Good morning, dear students. Last class we discussed lanthanide in detail. So we started off with inner transition elements. Under inner transition elements, we had lanthanide and actinide. That is, yesterday we discussed lanthanide. That is its electronic configuration, their physical properties, their chemical properties, and the position of lanthanide in periodic table, their common oxidation state. We discussed yesterday. Today we are going to see actinide in detail. So this actinide also consists of 14 elements where the electrons enters into the 5f orbital. In lanthanides, the electrons enters the 4f subshell. So they were placed on the first row itself. So they were f block elements from lanthanides to lutetium or lanthanides. From lanthanum to lutetium, they are lanthanides. So they enter into the 4f subshell. So next set of 14 elements, they enter into the 5f subshell. We will see from thorium to lawrencium or actinium series elements. So they are otherwise called as actinoids. So we'll see actinoids today. The 14 elements following actinium, that is from thorium to lawrencium, are called actinoids. Unlike the lanthanoids, all the actinoids are radioactive and most of them have short half-life. So already we discussed half-life in chemical kinetics in detail. So all these are radioactive and they are also having short half-life period. That is, they will disintegrate very quickly. Only thorium and uranium occur in significant amount in nature, and traces amount of plutonium is found in uranium ores. So which is present in significant amount, thorium and uranium alone. Plutonium you can see in traces amount in uranium ore itself. Along with uranium ores we can find this plutonium also in trace amount. And neptunium and the other successive heavier metals are produced synthetically by the artificial transformation of naturally occurring elements by nuclear reaction. So by nuclear reaction, the other elements. So here we have discussed out of 14 elements, like 4 elements it is occurring in traces amount at least in Earth's crust naturally. The remaining 10 to 11 elements, all those were prepared synthetically by artificial transformation by the nuclear reactions. Similar to lanthanoids, they are placed at the bottom of the periodic table. So the actinoids are also placed at the bottom of the periodic table, and their electronic configuration, the electronic configuration of actinoid is definite. So definite means what? It is exact. So it is fixed. The general valence electronic configuration of 5f element is represented as radon 5F0 to 14, 6D0 to 2, 7S2. So what they are saying, the first point, the electronic configuration of actinoids, it is not definite. So first I read incorrectly. So it is not actually exactly given, it is not definite. So the following table shows the electronic configuration of actinoids. Actinium, atomic number 89. So it is having 6D1 and 7S2 in outermost shell, and then thorium TH, atomic number 90, 6D2 to 7S2. So it is not following one order. Okay, 6D1, 6D2, again 6D1, 6D2. So it is not definite and it is not increasing with a perfect order. And protractinium, it is again 91, the symbol is Pa. Uranium 92, symbol is U. Neptunium, symbol is 93, NP. Plutonium, symbol is 94, Pu. Americium is 95, symbol is AM. Curium is 96, symbol Cm. Berkelium 97, symbol is Bk. Californium, symbol is 98, symbol is Cf. So all those are the first 9 elements. The remaining elements are given here. Einsteinium, atomic number 99, fermium 100, mendelevium 101, nobelium 102, lawrencium 103. So we have 118 elements in the periodic table. In your 11th standard you would have studied after 100 atomic number greater than 100, they didn't find the name. So they followed the IUPAC nomenclature for naming, and later scientist name were given for the elements. So in 11th standard we studied in periodic classification of elements. So these are the symbol, atomic number and configuration, electronic configuration of actinides. Now oxidation state of actinoids. Like the lanthanoids, the most common oxidation state of actinoid is +3. In addition to that, actinoids show variable oxidation states such as +2, +3, +4, +5, +6 and +7. The elements americium Am and thorium Th show +2 oxidation state in some compounds. For example, thorium iodide. So what they do? The common oxidation state is actually like lanthanides. They also exhibit +3 oxidation state only. But the other variable oxidation state, if you see here, it is from +2 to +7. Like the other elements like americium, thorium and all, they show +2 only. For example, thorium iodide, Thi2, the thorium oxidation state is +2 here. And the elements like thorium, protractinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, they show +5 oxidation state. Neptunium and plutonium, they exhibit +7 also. So if you can see here, neptunium, plutonium, americium, they exhibit +7 oxidation state. The element which is in the middle, americium, it exhibits all the possible +2 to +7 possible oxidation state. But +3, it is given in green color because all the elements exhibit this +3 oxidation state in common, and few elements they exhibit +3, +4, +5, +6 and +7. Only americium exhibit all the possible oxidation state of actinide series. Next is what are the difference between lanthanoids and actinoids. Yesterday would have wrote this assignment from this topic. Okay, why I gave yesterday itself, it is very important question. So it is repeated whether before the textbook we are using new textbook, revised syllabus we are having. So before that also this question is very very important. Even now also this is a 5-mark question, repeated question. Lanthanoids, differentiating electrons enters in a 4f orbital. So what, see the electrons, they will start entering the 4f orbital, whereas in actinoids it enters the 5f orbital. The binding energy of 4f orbital are higher and the binding energy of 5f orbitals are lower. They show less tendency to form complexes. So lanthanoids are less tendency to form complexes, whereas actinoids show greater tendency to form complexes. And most of the lanthanoids are colorless and most of the actinoids are colored. For example, uranium 3 plus, uranium 4 plus, uranium oxide, which is in 2 plus oxidation state. 3 plus is in red color, 4 plus is green in color and 2 plus is in yellow in color. So mostly actinoids are colored, whereas lanthanoids are not colored. Next, they do not form oxocations. Lanthanoids, they do not form oxocations. They don't form. That is, with oxides oda சேர்ந்து cations form பண்ணாது. Whereas actinides, they do form oxocations such as uranium dioxide and neptunium dioxide, etc., which is in 2 plus oxidation state both. And lanthanoids, besides +3 oxidation state, the lanthanoids show +2 and +4 oxidation state in few cases. Like we discussed, the common oxidation state for both of them, lanthanoid and actinoid, is +3 only. Other than that, in some cases, what will be common after +3 oxidation state means lanthanides, they will exhibit +2 and +4 also. Whereas actinoids, if you take the other oxidation state, higher oxidation states like +4, +5, +6, all these are the other possible oxidation states of actinoids. But for both of them, the common oxidation state is +3. So with this, we are completing this 4th chapter. This 4th chapter is exclusively about the D block elements and F block elements. So if you could see from your 11th standard, in your 11th standard, we studied about S block elements. So your 5th chapter, alkali and alkaline earth metals. So that is S block elements, one lesson you had in your 11th standard. And P block elements we had in, just now we completed in 12th standard this year. Second lesson and third lesson, P block elements 1 and P block elements 2 all together we completed. Okay, and then S block was over in 11th standard. P block this year only we finished in your 12th standard. And D block and F block elements just now, that is this chapter we completed. So altogether we have just studied the periodic table in detail, SPDF. All the 4 blocks elements are explained and seen in detail, and remaining we are having for the next chapter we are having coordination chemistry. So what is coordination chemistry, what is the speciality of that, and apart from that still we are having in volume 2 we are having physical chemistry. We are having 3 chapters from physical chemistry, and then few organic chemistry, 5 chapters from organic chemistry. Apart out of that 5, one will be bioorganic, the other 4 are completely organic, and one general chemistry, that is environmental chemistry we are having. So today we are completing this lesson. Do your assignments. So for today's assignment, I have sent the questions from lanthanides also. So lanthanide, actinide, from both I have given the question. Do your assignment, submit it on time, follow your classworks regularly. Do your classworks also regularly and submit it on time. Thank you.